What's something you'd find in a lower class home that rich people wouldn't understand? No towel is ever the same. Just random odd towels and face cloths.
There was a scene from Family Guy where Carter Pewterschmidt,
Louis' rich dad, visits their house. When he walks in, he says, "Oh, I forgot you were poor, and so your front door opens directly into your living room." I felt that, as a kid, grabbing our clothes in the morning and dressing in front of the wood stove because it was the only warm spot in the house. In the summer, fans everywhere and all the windows open.
diluted dishwashing soap that doubles as hand-washing soap. My bedroom is the living room of our trailer.
I tied a rope from one wall to another and draped a blanket over it so I have somewhat of a wall. Several almost worn-out pairs of cheap shoes. I think Western poor houses would tend to be more cluttered. You can't rebuy things easily, so you end up keeping around doubles of things you already have, or extra things you aren't using but might need sometime, because you don't know if you'd be able to afford it in the future. My dad wouldn't let his partner get rid of any of the double kitchenware they had after moving in
together in case they broke up and he had to buy it again.
So now they have 3 bread knives, etc. Glassware, that is actually novelty fast food cups and mugs stolen from work. Man, this thread really brought home the fact that I am lower class. Oh well, I will continue to be thankful for everything I have. Sips cheap beer from novelty Pizza Hut glassware. When it's really hot in the south it can be hard to sleep. I keep a Mr. Water bottle by the bed and mist the sheet before I go to sleep and periodically cool off through the night. When my GF came with me to visit my parents with me last summer, she was confused. There's a trick to it, phrase to indicate something is messed up but not enough to fix it. See also, ya gotta jiggle the handle.
Back when I was a kid. The needle nose pliers we changed the channel on the TV with.
One kid would change the channel while the other, usually me, went outside whatever the weather to turn the antenna until the channel came in. Then, my dad would decide to go back to the other show and we'd repeat the process. I felt like a total asshole once. I was visiting someone for coffee, and something spilled, so I was helping wipe it up. A single AA battery rolled toward me on the counter, and I asked if it needed to be someplace, and was told it went in a drawer. I opened the drawer, and there were several batteries, but none in packages. I said, "Damn, don't you hate it when you accidentally destroy the packaging getting a couple of batteries out, and then have to find a place to put them all?" Quote,
"It turned out they didn't leave batteries in small devices.
They just put them in to use the item, then took them back out and saved them to use in something else when needed. A lot of unfinished renovations. Obviously depends on the person. But clutter. Rich people often have more space and more options for organizing their things out of sight. Poor
people have fewer places to put things and often a harder time letting go of stuff because
what if they need it later and can't afford a new one?
The drawer where you put the bills you have to pay but don't need to pay immediately to live.
The drawer is only emptied after it won't close anymore because 16 duplicates have been received, and said bill is no closer to getting paid. Yogurt, other grocery containers used as Tupperware, a bunch of basins for hand washing clothes in the bathtub. Sometimes you can have sleep for dinner. A big rock, we used one as a doorstop when I was a kid. Reused Ziploc bags, they still okay sign. Laundry in the bathtub because you can't afford to take it to the laundromat and you don't have a washer, dryer because they're too expensive and your tiny apartment has no hookups for them anyway. A space heater. Apparently some people have a thermostat that just makes their whole house warm. The sauce packet drawer. Got extra ketchup packets. Taco Bell hot sauce packets, soy sauce packets, etc. Toss them in the sauce packet drawer. A large chest freezer stuffed with frozen food from the bargain shop. Toilet bucket, for when your toilet won't flush or the water is off. Black mold on the bathroom ceiling, and crusty faucets. Those cheap plastic shutter blinds that's always missing 2 to 4 panels. The plastic containers from lunch meat or sour cream being used as Tupperware. Free calendars from the Asian supermarket. Those notepads with the local real estate agent on them. Folder towels being used as a kitchen, bathroom mat. Edit. Guys, I can't believe we forgot another staple in everyone's homes. ANTS.
And daddy long leg spiders. Free furniture. Mismatched.
Chipped, broken, found on roadside. Marked free. Not enough chairs to seat the whole family for a meal. The folding chairs being in constant use. Buying office chairs used for $15 minus $20 and making them last 5 years. Edit.
I'm sure you'll understand that among all my free furniture,
every family member has a phone and a laptop. We have a comfy game room in our 5-year-old suburban home. 5 consoles. Priorities. Yeah, no. A roommate. That thing in the kitchen, where you store the things you might need but you never do. But you can't bring yourself to get rid of the stuff. And 1 plastic grocery bag stuffed full of other grocery balls. The gallon water jugs in the bathroom to shower, fill the toilet because the water got shut off. Again lol. A pot with oil on the stove to reuse for later. Putting all your food in the fridge because the cabinets are full of cockroaches and ants. Also we didn't have central air so the house sat at 100 degrees in the summer so bread and other grains would mold quickly. Also putting a wet washcloth in the freezer and put it on the back of your neck to cool you down. During summer vacation and you were home alone. A great drink. Not necessarily lower class, but a lot of working class. Buying kids clothes that are too big so they last a couple years. Edit. I'm so glad that other people could relate. Also, thank you for the award. Kind stranger.
I do home inspections for low-income homes.
The throne. Generally an entirely unfinished basement with a lone installed toilet in the center or corner.
No walls,
sink, or anything around it. Bonus points if the concrete slab they pour for it allows you to touch the ceiling above you while sitting. Generally the water is not hooked up to it and the bowl has a drowned rat in it. I have used it once.
Found out the hard way that it doesn't work. My ex was wealthy and never understood why I don't answer phone numbers I don't recognize.
We just never did that at my house and now I understand it was probably to avoid debt collectors. Wet socks on a heat element.
Hamburgers using sliced bread.
Fish antibiotics without any fish. Using the larger plastic shopping bags as trash can liners. Portable washing machine in the tub. A junk drawer, which is full of things that are almost garbage, but could still be useful maybe one day. Almost used up pens. Almost dead batteries. Plastic bags. The last of the tape. A pair of scissors with half its handle broken off but can still be used to cut maybe. A broken ruler. Pencil sharpeners. Old needles and old spools of thread you won't remember you even have when you want thread. You'll just go out and buy some more. Countless paper clips. Those paper binder things too.
For some odd reason earwax sticks.
Random cotton balls and bandages. Rubber bands. Single keys you have no clue open what. What I do know about junk drawers is that you don't just go diving and looking for what you want.
That's an easy way to get your finger pricked on some random thumbtack or rusty egg day.
You respect the junk drawer. You push its items to the side.
Purposefully and considerately.
Until it decides to yield the item you were seeking. extension cord connected to another extension cord with a multiple power plug adapter with 2 mini electronic devices connected to it. Aunts, uncles and grandparents, all living together. The holders that you put your paper plates in. They help keep it Velveeta mac and cheese from falling off your plate. Overdue bills. Jury-rigged furniture, plywood and cinder blocks are super versatile. My personal favorite is the kitchen table that's actually a giant cable spool. Cookware in the oven. In the third world, the lower class has more tighter family relationship while the richer ones often distance themselves from each other. It's quite noticeable in my family. My father comes from an upper mid-class and my mother comes from the lower class. My cousins from my dad are always busy with their high-paying jobs and I rarely see them and never really interact much when I meet them. I'm quite close to my cousins from my mom's cause they often visit and we always meet during traditional, religious holidays etc. Packets of disposable chopsticks in your cutlery drawer.
Cold hot dog on piece of bread.
Turning off every light in the house except the room you're in. Window unit ACs. Space heaters. Little storage space. Little freezer, fridge space. Microwave as only way to cook food. Saving all extra napkins, utensils, condiments. No working bath, shower in home. No washer, dryer.
Leaky roof. Makeshift insulation made of bubble wrap and tin foil for windows.
Blankets over windows instead of curtains. Sprinkler on roof to keep it cooler in the summer. Dirty laundry because you have to wait to get quarters. Rationing quarters. Rationing food. Rationing everything. Always have a mental list of things you can sell to get quick cash in an emergency. Torn, worn clothes, bedding.
Wearing the one good bra constantly. Laundry day outfit.
Spaghetti. All the time. Foods with long shelf life. Chips in dishes.
That one thing.
Or few things. That's just literally held together with duct tape. Stuffing down the trash to make sure you get full use out of each trash bag. The sack of other sacks. The car that you'll drive until it can't go anymore.
If you have a car.
Moving a spare light bulb from one room to the other so you can delay buying more. Holding on to food past its expiration date even though you won't eat it in the foreseeable future. But what if you need it? Squeezing the shit out of the toothpaste. Adding water to the drop of shampoo in the bottle. Delaying medical care. Having to put down pets yourself because you can't afford a vet doing it. Baking soda as carpet freshener. Febrezing everything if you don't have money for the wash. Using paper towels as toilet paper. Using paper towels as tissues. Using paper towels as plates.
Negotiating with the electric, water company so that they don't turn off your utilities before you get paid.
Lots of blankets in winter. Hanging clothes to dry. Washing clothes by hand. Washing dishes by hand. Taking a rag bath. Fucked up teeth. Can't afford dentist, some long-term ailment that you put off seeing a medical professional about. Because it's not an emergency. Just an inconvenience. Reusing Ziploc bags. Buying paper folders versus plastic ones. Cinnamon. Sugar. Butter tortillas for desert. Hand-me-downs.